When you open a markdown preview next to your current editor, VS Code has a few tools that can help you make the editing experience between the two a little bit more seamless. Here, for example, I have a markdown source file, and let's say I wanted to open a preview to the side of it. For that, I'm going to press Control K and then the V key on Windows, or Command K and then the V key on Mac. So I'll just open a preview to the side here. Now you can get my nice rendered preview, and you'll see that the first one is actually if I place my cursor in this paragraph here, you notice this little bar shows up in the preview side. And if I move my cursor around, that little bar moves along with it. So that bar in the preview is actually indicating my current cursor position within the editable part of the markdown over here. So that can be a quick visual indicator of where the cursor is. Now let's say I'm looking at the preview here and I notice that I actually want to change something. So maybe in this header here, just quickly switch back to the editor. I don't have to actually move my mouse over. I can just double click right here on the header and it will switch over, and now my editor is focused on the markdown source here, and it's gone and jumped to this header as well. I can do that for any of these elements here. So let's say I wanted to go to this block quote. I could just double click on that, and you can see that the cursor is now at the block quote. Now, of course, you can disable this behavior. So I'm going to close the preview here, open the settings with Control comma or Command comma on Mac, and say markdown. And we want the markdown preview double click to switch to editor setting, and we can just turn that off if you do not like that setting. But I find it's a useful tool when you're working in the markdown preview and you want to quickly go back and make a change and then return to the preview. So that's been a couple of quick tips for working with a VS Code markdown preview besides an editable file.